All right, what's going on, guys? It's Alex from Fitment Industries.
And it's Andrew, what's up?
And we're doing another episode of This or That. Now this time you guys didn't want us to go on tangents, so instead of going on 10 tangents, we're going on one tangent and we just don't know which one yet.
We'll do a tangent on one question,
yeah.
But there's like 12 questions I heard.
Yeah.
So
don't forget to subscribe and then drop your comment below on what you want us to talk about in the next episode of This or That, which is This or That, whatever.
We're on episode 7, it's pretty crazy.
That's crazy.
And wheel of the day, we have the Axe EX30 in the brushed gold. So pretty dope. It's one of our newest wheel samples, so we got it chilling with us today, posted up.
There you go.
Then of course, the choice is yours. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. I think you get with this, because this is where it's at.
Question
Not
one.
Too bad.
Question 1 comes from Saif Hussein. Window stickers or body stickers?
You first.
No stickers or body stickers. So I'm assuming maybe like a window banner compared to side graphics type of thing. I don't have tint banners on my car. I like the vinyl banners. Sometimes I think look cool if they're color matched to the car, if it's all black, black window banner. If I had to do either one, I would definitely say body graphics, you know, like a big, cool, old school Fast and Furious pattern.
Yeah.
They're coming back.
I guess if it was like, yeah, 2001 vinyl graphics or something like that with the big sword thing that we talked about before, I would probably still do body graphics because I think I can't get over the way like livery graphics work for road rallies and how cool they are. So I'd definitely go with like a Martini livery vinyl body kit style wrap on the Porsche. I think would be dope.
The Martini one's classy.
Question 2 comes from RS13 Ken. New BMW Z4 or new Supra?
Supra?
The new Supra or the new Z4?
All right. I am not very well versed in the new BMW, so I would go with the Supra just for the sake of the fact that the first time they did a pretty good job with it. So I'm assuming they're doing a pretty good job with the second time around. The Z, I'm not super sure what the history is on that, so I probably seem like a dummy, but yeah, I'd go with the Supra.
Same, actually. I've seen video clips of the Supra, and I would agree exactly that they killed the first one, the classic Supra, but I don't know enough about the BMW. I've seen photos of it, and they both look very futuristic-y.
Yeah.
Like they went off the deep end, they're really aggressive, so just for the sake of, hey, I'm gonna drive something dope, Supra all day.
Sure.
Question 3 comes from Ruben Federico. Today's scene or Fast and Furious car scene?
You go first.
Surprise, surprise. I like the old scene, just like the video we did, we posted last week.
Yeah.
There just wasn't, it was a different vibe. There wasn't as much pressure for like what outfit you wore, what music you're playing, what vape mods you have, like how dope your faded haircut is. It's
well,
like,
hold on, it matters.
I'm not trying to make anybody mad, but it was all about the cars. There was no drama. It was go wild, go off the deep end with your car, Fast and Furious, everything, like race it to the max, and I'll still love those days the best.
I would say, I would agree with A-Man on this time around. I don't know if the old scene was better than the new scene because I was young when the old scene was a thing, but at the same time, from what I hear from a lot of the older group is that it was just kind of a different vibe, that it wasn't done to like impress others as much as it is now with social media and everybody trying to get as much attention as possible. Back in the day, it was like you grinded like humbly about your car and then you arrived, you showed up to the door with what you had, but I guess it's a horse apiece. I would probably say old school just to try it out.
Yep.
Question 4 comes from Davis Brandt. Now we're talking about S13 240s.
Okay.
Coupe or hatch?
Coupe or hatch?
I'm a hatchback guy. The coupe is cool, but when I see a very modified hatch, they look cool. They're drifting, they got the hatchback. I love wagons, I love hatchbacks, so I would go hatch all day.
I would probably say coupe. I just overall just like the body lines just a little bit more. That's just my personal opinion though, and I have absolutely nothing to back that claim up. For me, I don't know what sold it for me over the hatch, but yeah, I'd say coupe for sure.
I like the bubble butt.
Yeah.
Question 5 comes from Chris Dickonay. Moonroof or no moonroof?
A count of 3.
Yeah.
Oh, you count. I messed the count up last time.
1, 2, 3.
Moonroof.
You gotta have a moonroof.
You have to.
Why wouldn't you want a moonroof? Who would ever want a car without something that they could like?
That has to be the most wanted mod
ever.
OEM mod or OEM trim level, you have to have a moonroof. You need the air blowing through your hair, like, you know, you're cruising, the light is coming in.
I mean, even the RX-7 that I have has like the crank.
Even if you
roof.
got the old one.
Yeah, old school. Yeah, come on, man.
Moonroof all day.
Question 6 comes from Dreadtails. You're buying tires for a budget build car. Which tires are you getting? Hankook, Ventus, or Federal 595s?
Ooh, that is a good one.
They're both pretty good tires. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say maybe the Federals.
Okay, why?
I like how the pattern looks on the tire. No, I've rode in those tires, and I don't know that I've rode enough on the Hankooks. I've rode on a lot of them, but I feel like right off the bat, the last time I drove on the other tire was probably within the last couple months. The Hankooks, I don't know if it was was it a Ventus series, right?
Yep.
Hankook Ventus,
V12 or something like that.
Yeah, I know V12 Evos, and there's a bunch of them, but yeah, I'd probably say Federal.
Yeah, I would probably go with the Hankooks. The experience that I've had with them has been very good. The life tread that I had on mine I always just felt they were just a little bit better than the 595s, but they're not as popular as the 595s. I think the 595s are a more popular tire right now, and if more people are buying them, there's probably a reason why. But I always liked my Hankooks. I always thought they did really good, and I liked their tread pattern. I thought it was always a very interesting tread pattern, and so I'd go with the Hankooks.
Question 7 comes from Abdullah Al-Azimi. Airbrush or wrap?
Airbrush or wrap?
So, you go first.
The whole?
No, you got.
I don't know if it's a whole car or like pieces, but I would airbrush like a valve cover. I would airbrush my tank for my air kit. That would be pretty rad. I've seen people do creative stuff with that. So I don't know. I guess I would say airbrush just for the skill level that's involved in that. It's a little more customized. Vinyl obviously you can just slap on whatever. Quite honestly.
I would go with airbrush. I think airbrushing is just such a dying art. I don't know, it's not as popular as it once was. I always associate airbrushing with pinstriping, and I know it's not the same thing, but I always like associate the two very closely to each other. And when you see a car that's been airbrushed and pinstriped and is just looking like baller, like on a Bel Air or something like that, there's just something about the craft that is so cool that I would love to see come back maybe into like the newer generation of cars. The likelihood of that happening is probably 0, but I would definitely choose airbrush just because I think the skill craft is just a little bit higher than...
It's more bragging rights than I put a sticker on it.
Yeah, definitely. Moving forward.
Question 8 comes from Panny. Crazy color painted engine bay or simple color painted engine bay?
Gosh, that's tough.
Okay, so I would custom paint it, and I was just saying the other day that I have flat colored paint on my car now. I miss flake. I miss like the really cool pearlescent. So I would do a pearlescent engine bay with a wire tuck would be super rad. That would be my ideal engine build. Super clean tuck. Everything is painted like maybe a shift with some nice flake in it. The sun hits it. It's looking prime. Yeah. I'd go that route.
I don't even think you would have to paint a whole lot in your engine bay if you tucked. If you did a wire tuck.
Yeah.
Just because of how cool that can, I would probably go with, I like minimalistic. I like the super clean, simple. I don't like the huge in your face sort of stuff. So I would go with something hugely minimalistic as much as possible, like a black, white, silver, color combo. Or if like the body was black, I would do everything in the engine bay black, or like a rose gold, or just like one super flashy part, but the rest minimalistic. But, and then tuck it. Because wire tucking on anything makes everything look a million times better. So hands down. Yeah.
Question 9 comes from Mr. Southwestwood. Momo or NARDI steering wheel?
Dang. Okay, so I'll go first on that one. I've had NARDI steering wheels in the past, and I've always enjoyed them. Always. I had a MOMO steering wheel in my Datsun 280Z, and I enjoyed it, but it didn't feel, I guess, the same amount of like just luxury as the NARDI did. The MOMO was way more racing oriented. I mean, it had the yellow stripe down the middle for the center driving, but yeah, I would go with NARDI. I mean, I even had it, you make fun of Miatas all the time, but I had them in probably 2 of like the 4 Miatas that I've had. I had the NARDI wheel, and I absolutely loved it every time. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with MOMO, I had it too, but I go with Nardi.
I would go with Nardi too, and it's gonna sound funny, but I just can't get the image out of my head as when I think of the Momo steering wheel, I always think of Ja Rule. He's like, Monica! He's like, presses the, and then like, I just can't get that out of my head. I don't know, so I would go Nardi because
Because Ja Rule.
Because Ja Rule. I actually like Ja Rule. But they look dope. Jasper's got one in his car, and then if I was building like an old Mark II, Mark III Volkswagen, the Nardis are clean. I remember looking on their site. I kind of read about the culture to it, the Italian. It's old race car wheels. Momo, I just think of like, yeah, I need to go buy a NASCAR or something. I don't know. Sorry for that.
Question 10 comes from Glenn Marcus. Cloth seats or leather seats?
Wow. You go first.
Oh, leather all day. Because I love, for one, I hate to sound like so extra, but heated seats. I love heated seats. I would never get another car that doesn't have heated seats. Leather, of course, there's really cool leather options. I bought my car because of those leather seats.
Yeah.
It's like the Marrakesh brown, really cool brown leather, and it just looks classier.
Yeah.
I think if you have an older JDM car and they have the, just the regular cloth seats, then like I get it. It is what it is. But if I'm gonna go buy a car, I'm getting leather.
I think the best thing about cloth seats is, if you live down south and it's blazing hot 8 months out of the year, cloth seats are way better because leather seats suck when it's really hot out.
Let's assume your windows are tinted.
Okay, so let's assume your windows are tinted at 5%. Then yes, I would do the leather seats too. There's so many cool options you get with leather seats.
Yep.
The adjustable lumbar controls that are in a lot of leather seats, the dynamic cruise that it has. I mean, some of the seats, leather seats have massaging, adaptive massaging and stuff. I like to be comfortable, This young spry body has a bad back. I just want what's comfortable on the long drives back and into town all the time. So I would do leather.
Leather all the way.
Question 11 comes from Madman Smitty. 3-piece wheels or forged wheels?
Oof. Tough call. Oof. So let's say 3-piece forged.
Is this gonna be? Can we?
3-piece forged, 1-piece monoblock forged.
3-piece forged or 1-piece. This might be a tangent. This might be our one tangent.
This could be a tangent.
This could be the one tangent one. So don't get mad. Wow, that is tough, right? Because
we've seen a lot of really cool wheels that have been released. They've been through our shop. We saw them at people 1-piece forged wheels. There are some really dope wheels out there.
And they're good looking.
Yeah.
Like they're awesome.
And they're light. They're
insanely
super light.
The problem is that forged wheels for like the personal, like everyday use is still extremely limited. Like there's not a lot of companies that are able to make like fully forged monoblocks that aren't gonna cost $8,000.
Yep.
And you're paying, a lot of times there's monoblocks, we have monoblocks here that were $6,500 for a set of 4.
Yep.
And they were titanium, or not titanium, they were brushed aluminum finish, and if you wanted any other color, it was like $700.
Yep. Let's say all of a sudden I have $8,000 to blow. I want to build a multi-piece wheel because every time I see like copper, step lip, copper face, black hardware, something that looks really cool and customized, it just draws your attention. To me, when I think of 1-piece monoblock forged, I'm assuming that it's a very flat face.
Yeah. With
not much concave, or obviously you run a lip on a 3-piece forged, you can go wild. So I'd say multi-piece or 3-piece.
Yeah, I guess for me, I don't use the weight savings to its full potential either.
Sure.
In the fact that I'm not looking to shave 4 or 5 pounds a wheel,
each wheel.
If you're looking into the forged application because you want to save money, then absolutely makes perfect sense. But I think for me, I would stick with multi-piece, and the reason that I say that is the same reason that you said. The ability to customize is just so fun.
Endless.
And the fact that you've brought this up before in the second episode, I think it was, where you said the wheels are the first big thing that really changes the way that your car looks.
Absolutely.
And if you can go just from saying, hey, I want X brand of wheel, and you can now say, I want my lip to be this color, I want my hardware to be this color, my face to be this color, my inner barrel to be this color. It's you can really start to develop a wheel that is you on a car that you're also trying to build that is a representation of you. And it's cool to see that, and I think that's why I would choose multi-piece wheels. Whereas the function of 1-piece forged, go nuts.
You're stunting more on a set of 3-piece wheels, because hypothetically someone could walk by, and whether that's fully forged or cast, to most people that aren't really wheel people, they don't know.
Yeah.
So you could have a set of $7,000 lipped 3-piece wheels or $7,000 fully forged wheels, and they're like, I don't know, they're gonna point at the 3-piece.
Yep, definitely. That's a good question though.
Yeah, super good. Our tangent's done.
So this is the last question. Question 12 comes from Infinso. IS300 or C300? Or
I saw that one.
IS300 or SC300?
SC300?
Yeah, that's the two-door. It's got the little smaller headlight, like kind of longer,
isn't it?
Kind of looks like a
1JZ.
shark, maybe.
Yeah, the 1JZ, right?
Yeah.
And then it's the IS300.
Or an IS300.
You go first. You go first.
So for the sake of being different, I would do the SC300. I absolutely love IS300. It's probably one of my top 10 favorite kind of old school cars. Car well ahead of its time, but you see more of those. I rarely see a really dope, like fully kitted, stanced out SC300, and I think the ones that have like a really clean VIP style kit, the big blocky kits on those, looks really cool, and I just like the shape of it. It's just something different.
That's just tough, yeah. I mean, I dig the cars, but they're such a dying car. You just don't see them.
I don't even remember the last time I've seen one of those at a show.
Versus the IS you see all the time.
Yeah.
I would probably still go with an IS. I can't get over, I love the body style. I love the combination of the blocky and sharp, and I think that if you get the right function to it, you can get some nice wheels on it, maybe put it on bags, but you also have like the speed and the interior like quality that Lexus keeps in the cars, and you can just keep everything looking nice. I like the IS. Definitely.
It has better taillights, I'll give it that.
That's true.
Those taillights are dope.
So
that's it, huh? That's a wrap.
That's episode 7 of This or That. Bonus question to the person that said RS3 versus old school RuneScape. The answer is old school RuneScape. It will always be old school RuneScape. That's not even a question worth asking or talking about.
I don't know what any of that is. I also saw that, but I'm going to say Mario Kart 64 all the way.
That's fair. That's fair.
Old school guy.
So drop your comments below on what you want us to talk about the next episode. And
we'll catch you guys next week. Keep those dope comments coming.
And don't forget to subscribe. But we'll see you later.
Peace.